I can lift his knee up to really gain and hook. And let's see how Aaron likes getting a bit deeper. And
That's good stuff though.
G'day guys, Darcy and Aaron here. We're going through an adductor treatment, a real life treatment of somebody who may come in and see me and they've got groin or hip pain or inability to sort of flex the hip. So sometimes I see my clients, Aaron's is pretty good, and their hip flexion or abduction is really locked and limited. So I'm going to show you those first. So there's a little bit of a bind there on Aaron, but he's actually pretty good. Sometimes we see our adductors not opening all the way up or being really jammed even on some internal rotation. Aaron's not the greatest candidate. He's got really good
clean vessel,
which is good. It's good. He obviously works hard for it. Exactly. He moves really well. But some people, their hips feel really locked and jammed, and the massive contributor to that can be our adductors. And quickly showing you some anatomy where I'm going to actually be hitting is sort of right up under here. We can see the group of our adductor magnus, longus, and brevis, all attaching pretty close to that bone and right into that joint. So that's where I'm going to put my elbow to be the most effective. So sort of coming right up in there, using the sharp part of my elbow, and then sort of still being a bit dull and broad and connecting right in. And I like to just sit here. It's easy enough for me as a practitioner or therapist just to be able to sit here and spending some time sinking in and melting that tendon. So if you get a bit of a feel for it, you're sort of like balancing on a really taut or tight rope almost, and working that tendon. So what I like to do is sort of wait for it to melt. Don't be too evasive or too hard to begin with, because Aaron's just not going to enjoy it. It's going to be too much for him. We're going to have an adverse reaction. It's actually going to create more trauma or more pain. So probably spent 45 seconds sort of just sitting on that point, gaining the trust of my client. And then I'm going to pin and hook up in there a bit. And you'll want to feel bone on bone. You want to get right up into the barnacles, right up into where the calcium spurs may build up to become most effective and to also unlock the hips. What I like about treating groins is, even if you're not thinking that, oh, I've got tight groins, you may have back pain or hip pain, might be lack of range during movements like squats or lunges. These guys are so thick and dense that treating them will make a contribution to your range or your ability to perform. So I like to get in here early days, connect with my clients if they've got back pain or hip discomfort, and just melt and work that. I can lift his knee up to really gain and hook. And let's see how Aaron likes getting a bit deeper. And
That's good stuff.
Got to get out of the comfort zone with this stuff. You've got to really put them through their measures and just change some angles. Let's do some stuff that's going to be a little bit
more hammy-like,
How you feeling, man?
Yeah, it's all good, bro.
It's all good.
It's brutal, but it's good.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So Aaron's in the middle of filming for our practitioner course and showcasing some of our treatments. So he's just told me he's had plenty of treatments.
3 hours of treatment this morning, but luckily it was different areas though, so I'm just going to continue on my theme of getting punished today before sprints this afternoon.
Yep.
Oh, it's good. Bit of manscaped too.
Bit of manscaped.
Look at that.
Thanks, guys. Aaron obviously hasn't manscaped in a while.
Ran out of batteries.
They're no good.
No good.
No,
they're good. Still haven't paid us for our little promo though, eh?
Yeah.
So you'll be watching Manscaped. Come on.
Pay your debts.
Yes, that's good. That's more hammy, eh?
Yeah.
That's
so I've gone off the tendon. I'm sort of hooking now up and under.
Yeah.
And sort of getting those most lateral hamstring tendons, as well as, is it gracilis that runs under here?
You probably were gracilis before. This is more magnus, man.
Into the magnus.
This is good. So that magnus is like the fourth hamstring.
Yep.
It's a big hip extender. So yeah, for me with my squats, sometimes I can get a little bit, my torso comes too far forward. So I reckon my magnuses get worked quite hard sometimes. So that's why this is giving me a fair bit of curry in here. Yep. But it's good though. It feels really therapeutic. Real kind of, bony. Oh, that's fucking curry there, bros. Oh, Kaiser.
Trust me, this is much easier on a smaller person.
Long femurs.
Long femurs. Look at those femurs. Far out. And this table is as low as it can be, so it's good though. It gives me leverage.
Kaiser. Oh, Kaiser Suso.
Yeah, he's speaking German apparently. This is the German button.
Oh.
Really good.
Kaiser Suso. What's
Guys,
that?
I don't know what that means,
I
mate.
think it's off LA Confidential. Oh no, is it LA Confidential?
He's a different cat. This
Who's
bloke.
one of Die Hard? Oh, that's good there. Who's the bad
Jason
guy?
Statham?
No, Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis?
No.
The bald bloke?
No, the bad guy of Die Hard. What's his name? Fuck.
There's a couple. Which Die Hard are we talking about?
No. Bad guy of Die Hard. Do you know, Leo? Fuck, this is good shit. It's going into me balls.
Well, sometimes it can. If you are somebody that has
Yeah, well,
osteitis pubis,
100%.
you do get that pain right up under you.
Yeah, the spermatic cord.
Yeah, your spermatic cord.
Adductors clamp on it.
Yeah. So it actually is. It's somewhere where the sun doesn't shine, and it's not a common area to get treated. So unlocking these spots,
Gold at this.
it's like putting a key in a door that's never been opened.
Yeah.
And then, the most positive thing about this is my clients enjoy the freedom of when they go back to the gym or go back to performing, because it's like, wow, I didn't even know I had that range, or didn't even realise I was tight there until we unlocked it. So it's something really cool to come in and try out. Get your adductors pummeled, panel beated.
That felt so good at the end.
And then we slowly sink out, allow the tissues to melt. I'm going to do one more, and I'm going to go a little bit different, sort of more straight in the middle, right on the middle of the tendons, and just lift the knee up, put my knee under there. I like to just have a little bit of a go there. You don't have to go too deep because it is more tissue, so it can be sometimes a little bit painful and bruised-like. But I find this one sometimes shoots up.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, that's real good there, bros. Oh.
There we go. Yeah, it's probably one of my favourite areas to treat. What are you feeling, man? What's that doing?
It's just real hard on the spot, but it is that kind of, you feel some pulling coming from up at the pubic bone there. Yeah, that's okay there. It's more that one underneath. Yeah, underneath. Oh, heaps, bro.
The slightest angle change
Oh, golly gosh.
changes the whole orientation of pain. And Aaron's here because he's sort of like,
I'm not doing much, but it's
He's
more
not
just
doing
like
much,
a
but
security
it's-
thing.
yeah.
Like you feel like you have some control by just touching their arm, mate.
Yeah.
It's like you get people holding you and stuff. It's weird as, but
It's all part of it. It's not easy, this stuff. But what's better? Being in pain or discomfort. Invest in this sort of stuff. Invest in your health. Cool. I'm only going to spend a couple of minutes there, and then I'm going to get my thumb and have a go with the thumb right up onto that tendon and retest to see how much range he's got.
Oh yeah.
And that let go pretty well.
Yeah, that did change pretty quick there.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so I'm going to keep my thumb there, my knee there to hold his leg. I'm going to come up and go straight. You can see, look at that sort of flicky tendon. I don't like to do that generally, but just to show you guys, it's going to work. And it's a bit of a scoop. So in and down.
Boy. Yep.
See how that goes. Leo's going to come up and see what he can see. Takes some force, but the double thumbs reinforce each other.
Oi, 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 oi.
Oi. It's good stuff.
You forgot what it's like treating me, eh?
Yeah, it's great.
There's Leo, the angle seeker here. That's an interesting one. That's gold, Darcy. This is fucking great, man. Groin King, Darcy. The Groin King.
All right.
That's good shit, bros.
Let's retest. We can do this for longer. I can do both sides. We can head up onto the pubic bone and treat sort of up and around here as well. For somebody that's got OP work, we can sort of work up onto there. But for today, I wanted to stick to our thicker, juicier adductors. Let's have a see what we've got. Almost said hamstrings then. All right, let's retest. They were pretty good, but
thick and juicy. Yeah,
it's more about like how the client feels as well.
Definitely
Like
feels better,
just flexion better. Oh, and that had no bind at all. Almost leg all the way down.
Yeah. I reckon internal would be better too, eh? That's probably feeling.
Yeah, it's just a group of muscles that if we treat correctly and effectively, it has so many benefits.
There you go. Adductor masterclass, Praz.
Done. Fixed.
Fixed.
Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Join our February intake for our practitioner course too if you want the best mentorship in bodywork.
Yeah, absolutely. You can learn how to do what I just did.
Yeah.
Awesome.
See ya.
Done.